Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is 9th Legion. Let's play some more Star Wars Empire at War Thrawn's Revenge mod as the New Republic, where we're kind of conquering the known galaxy. Now, you should be able to hear the game properly this time. Apologies for last week's episodes. Turns out I turned down the volume a bit while I was ill. I was playing a bit kind of off-camera, off-stream, while I was ill, down with bronchitis. Couldn't record, but I still wanted to play the game. And, well, when I'm playing games on my own, I generally have like a movie on in the background or something on my second monitor.
Construction complete.
So, yeah, I turned down the game volume so I could hear the movie I was watching, apparently. And then just completely forgot to turn it back up before I start recording. So hopefully things are a bit louder. You can actually hear the game and stuff's happening properly. Now, I'm trying to remember where everything is. And also, man, we're just pumping ships out left, right and centre. Where did we just built a Mon Calamari cruiser somewhere? There's tanks coming off the line. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Okay, let's pause the game quickly. We were previously just continuing to push into Zinja's territory. We've taken so much of the galaxy over right now. Recently, we kind of swept through this area and took out these space stations, so they're no longer a threat. Looks like Sereno might be one of the last big shipyards left to Zinja's empire. So I think that's got to be our priority target. I'm also a bit concerned about these systems here, because we have Dathomir, which is a level 3 shipyard, but other than that, it's undefended. So a sizable force could sweep in from this area and actually cause us some problems. Same kind of up here. We took out the shipyards, but we haven't left a blockading force or anything behind. I think we might need to start trying to lock these areas down. We have got a brand new fleet here. It's not a massive fleet, but it's got a decent number of support ships, and those dreadnoughts will allow it to put out a lot of firepower. I've got one army here, which is pretty damn sizable. We've got the other army over here, so we can definitely start doing some ground invasions and stuff. Oh, there's that MC-80 that just finished. Move you over to there. Move you over to there. I kind of wish you could do this while paused, because I could do it off camera then. I'm always too afraid to do this stuff kind of off camera with the game running, because that's generally when you get attacked. You can spend a lot of time preparing this stuff unintentionally. Like, you don't mean to spend as much time as you do moving stuff around just to get ready for the next phase of the offensive. Okay, right. This is fine about that. Oh my god, we're just building ships left, right and centre. It's kind of awesome. Okay, this army is huge army. 24 Plex Troopers, 33 platoons of infantry, tons of vehicles, and air support. That's not bad. This one's even bigger. That's fine. I mean, it's got more support vehicles and stuff, so that's good. Now, you've got one of those tracker vehicles. Have you got a tracker vehicle? Yeah, okay, I like the tracker vehicles. They've got their sensor scan ability, which is really useful for worlds where we don't have sensor platforms to capture. So, what are we going to do? I think we need to push out. We'll leave blockading forces behind, but I'm going to take this fleet up here. I know it's a small fleet, but I've got high hopes for them. They are going to move on Liana. Meanwhile, we will get Akbar's fleet. We will leave a corvette in orbit to just blockade Tangerine for us. Move you on. We'll move you on Sereno. We'll take out that level 3 shipyard. We'll move on Liana and destroy whatever they've got here. So this is one of our newer, smaller fleets, but it should be able to handle a level 1 space station and what looks to be like a Nebulon B or 2. So they've only got a level 1 shipyard there. They can't have built any major capital ships. We do have to watch out for ground defences. As we remove the ability for the AI to build spaceships, they will build up their ground defences. We've seen several large armies on planets.
Yes, sir.
And we've just got to be aware that they can build hypervelocity cannon that will just wreck our ships in orbit. If we hear hypervelocity gun firing, it will one-shot that ship and we will lose the battle. So we'll have to immediately bring in reinforcements. But for the time being, I want to try and... There we go. See what we're up against. So, TIE fighters, nothing special. They managed to build a Golan 1 and 1 Nebulon B. Okay. Well, that's very sweet of them, but let's just bring this to a close. They'll be able to handle the Golan platform, and a couple of dreadnoughts should be more than enough firepower to actually just wreck that. Give you an assault frigate, so you got a bit of fighter cover. Give you a corvette, so you got some fighter cover.
Let's move out.
There's no reason not to use my full fleet and just do this as quickly as possible. So let's just bring all the ships in, and you can just get up there as fast as you can. All right, the full might of the New Republic is unleashed. That Nebulon B is going down really quickly. Now they do have the shield regen ability, same as Mon Calamari ships, but as soon as the shields are gone, they can't use it. So goodbye you. Switch your target over to that. Get the dreadnoughts opening up on that as well. Now, you guys up here should be in a pretty good position, so what we're going to do, turn them around, and I was going to say we'll turn on their weapons ability, boost weapon power, but don't need it. Already killed the space station. Beautiful.
Awaiting orders.
Let's just, I don't know, tag team this Golem platform then. I'm kind of surprised the AI hasn't just given up at this point, because honestly I would have. Let's see, let's get some cinematic shots while we can. That space station is not long for this world.
We are victorious.
Cool. Now, the reason we wanted to take this system is we can start using this to blockade further up towards the galaxy. I think Felucia is a dead end. So if we hold Liana, we don't have to worry about Felucia too much. I can move the fleet there, quickly just leave something in orbit, and then move on Yavin 4. That will actually link this fleet up with this fleet. Meanwhile, this fleet can just go through and blockade these few worlds up here. And that will basically lock down. They'll only have this little sector of worlds up here. Maybe want to move on to Severo. In fact, we can move up from Liana to Severo and just make that our front line, I think. I think there might be a connection between Yavin 4 and Telos, but we'll have to see. Let's see what they've got facing us at Sereno. They've got Star Destroyers there, at least. Not too surprising, this is their last remaining level 3 shipyard that we know about, so I would have expected them to build some big ships here. It's the only place they can build big ships, so got to watch out for that.
Roger
okay. Yeah, okay, I can see 2 Star Destroyers. They might have support ships as well. We'll do the usual thing, move the Corvette up while we wait for the sensor data to come in. As soon as we can, yeah, we can see them there. Now, the AI always does this. The AI is pulling back because they're going to pull back to their defensive platforms. It makes a lot of sense, but it does mean we can just drop our ships out of hyperspace right on top of them in their rear arc, where most of the Star Destroyer's guns can't fire. Quite honestly, what they do makes a lot of sense, but it always works out terribly for them. I have 3 MC-80 Home 1 types. I'm just going to drop them. God, these Star Destroyers are not long for this world. Now they have some Golem platforms up there, but we should be able to handle that with the amount of firepower we're bringing in. Do we want Han Solo in this? No, we've got Admiral Akbar. We don't need Han Solo. We could bring in Tycho. Maybe. That's probably enough firepower. We can deal with the Star Destroyers very quickly. You will deal with next. We might not even have to deal with you, because you're not going to stop us getting to this. I could actually bring in a secondary fleet over here to handle this while that's all occupied. Which is kind of tempting. That would allow us to kill this rather quickly. So let's do that. I've still got 10 points left, 11 points. So I could bring in both Star Destroyers and start hammering that down. Maybe give you some support with a Corvette. And we definitely want some Corvettes over here, because obviously they've got a lot of fighters, and I don't want to die to fighter strikes.
On my way.
Meanwhile, you will do your usual thing and just start rushing to catch up with everyone. And go. Boom. Full might of the Mon Calamari shipyard here. Okay, Admiral Akbar, I would like you to focus your firepower onto that Star Destroyer's shield generator. Same for you. And you guys, let's try and focus that one down as quickly as we can. You 3 start focusing on that one for me. The Corvettes are going to do fine. The fighter's going to launch, that's not a problem. Star Destroyers start opening up on that for me. They shouldn't need to move or anything. They should just be able to hammer that down, and I think they're out of range of this. Maybe you're taking a little bit of fire. That's probably going to start changing his fire over to the Mon Cal ships, because, let's be honest, they're a bigger threat. And let's go cinematic. Okay, so their bombers are coming in. We can see the octuple barbette turbo lasers are engaging one of our Home 1 types there. We've definitely got an edge in firepower. In fact, the shields on one of the Star Destroyers might already be down, which is pretty impressive. I do like the MC-80 Home 1 types. I just think they're a bit too big. Like, compared to the MC-80 standard MC-80s and the MC-80Bs, they just seem a little bit too big. Yeah, okay, one of those Star Destroyers is absolutely wrecked. Ooh, okay, where's everyone going? Whoa, where are you going? What?
Yes, Commander.
Whoa, guys, what the hell?
Moving to
I don't know what these Star Destroyers are doing. They had... did I tell them to shoot this rather than that? What the hell? Okay, that Star Destroyer got away from us. That's a bit of a problem.
What do you suggest?
Okay, focus fire on the Golem platform, because that is definitely the bigger threat right now.
Attack commencing.
Where's the rest of my... Oh, there they are. Like, where are my MC-80s Bs gone? And kind of... This is part of the problem with the MC-80 Home 1 types being so big. They do take up a lot of space. And some of the shields are having a bit of a problem there. Okay. Right, I don't know what these Star Destroyers were doing. Good job I stopped and checked there. You were going to be in a bit of trouble. Could you actually come back? Can I get you out of there? No, you're going to drone forward. You're a spaceship. You can turn on the spot, for God's sake. Okay, you are turning around. Please get out of there. These are my last 2 Star Destroyers. I don't want to lose them to something stupid like that. Yeah, you guys can all just hunt and destroy because I don't need you for that. And we're looking. Okay, you should be able to get out of range pretty easily. And then we can have you putting fire on this. You have almost taken it out, which is pretty good. You finish off that Star Destroyer for me. There we go. Wow, okay, yeah, you finished that off pretty quick. You're doing fine, you're doing fine. One of mine... Okay, you were low on shields, but you're okay now. Let's get some more focused firepower on that Carrack Cruiser, please. Just wreck that for me. Carrack Cruisers are actually pretty good against non-cal ships, simply because they have a lot of ion cannons, which will wear through your shields very quickly, so you've got to watch out for those guys. Excellent. That's down. We've taken out the corvettes. You can just stop there. Your shields are a bit low. I don't want you moving up. But everything else should be in a good position to start moving up and engaging the enemy. Okay, you focus on the main threat there. This MC-80 Home 1 type can go up against that Star Destroyer. We'll move Admiral Akbar up to engage that as well. And in fact, you can put some fire onto that for me. Now, they do have some support ships that were spawned in, so let's try and deal with some of those. Let's get the Y-Wings on that Dreadnought, the X-Wings, the B-Wings. Everything else can just keep doing what it's doing for now. That should deal with any fighters they've got, and I don't think they've got any more corvettes. So we should be pretty good here. Wow, that Star Destroyer went down quick. Okay. Hopefully that Golan platform will go down quick as well. That's a wonderful shot of nothing. There we go. I think that loud explosion we just heard was the enemy Star Destroyer going up. Yep, you can see the wreckage in the bottom right corner there. And the Golan platform's losing its modules as well, as is the Dreadnought, maybe? I'm not sure. Ooh, is one of my Moncal ships on fire? No, we're fine. Okay, I thought I saw some smoke coming off one of my ships there. Everything can move up and start engaging this for me. That Dreadnought... Yeah, that Dreadnought just needs to die quickly. Admiral Akbar, focus your firepower on that for me. There we go.
Copy. Fire at will. I copy.
Okay, your shields are recovered enough, I'll bring you up. I just want to risk losing my last Star Destroyers. They are good, concentrated firepower. I want to keep them around as long as we can. Okay, come on Dreadnought, there we go. Dreadnought's down. Everything we've got left, just pour fire into nothing really, because we killed everything. That's perfect. What we've got left? Some TIE Raptor squadrons. Well, that's fine. So no losses, capital shipyard gone, and 2 capital ships. That's pretty good for us. Now, from Serrano, I'm never sure. We have multiple choices. We need to start moving with these other fleets to lock down these areas, I think. So again, what we're going to do, we'll leave, something in mind, you've got lots of corvettes, so we'll leave a corvette behind. We'll move you on Farrar Junction, we'll move you on Yavin 4, and we'll move you on Belsmith 2. And that should be good. Then we'll just have to worry about doing some ground invasions, and maybe we'll split off a capital ship like a Star Destroyer or MC-80, and that will just allow us to provide bombardment and fighter support to the ground forces. You don't need a whole fleet, you just need one good ship in orbit. But yeah, I think we're definitely making some good progress here. This is going to probably wrap up pretty soon. We have the economy, we have the shipyards, and we definitely have the numbers now to just steamroll over everything they've got. They might have 1 or 2 fleets left kind of stacked up somewhere in the back, but I think we've seen the last of big fleets of Star Destroyers coming out. I doubt we'll even see very many Lucahulk battleships after this, but we'll see. Anyway, I've got to take a break here. This is a bit of a shorter episode, but I'm still suffering a bit with bronchitis. I really need to go have a coughing fit right now. So before I do that over the microphone, I'm going to take a break. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Do feel free to leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe if you did, and hopefully I'm going to see you later on for the next one of these. Bye.